Hey everyone, and welcome to my Kingdom Hearts 3 review / discussion. So, real quick before we get started here, I just need to make sure the audio is fine. I'm listening to it right now. There's a bit of a lag, so give me okay, alright, so hang on, we're just gonna... Where the heck is it? Oh, well, I'm stupid. There you are. Alright. Okay. Hang on, now I gotta wait for... Okay, yeah, no, that sounds pretty good now. Okay, so yes, for those of you who, don't know, originally I was just gonna make a video of this, basically, I recorded the audio, and it was too long. It was it was stretching to 2 hours, basically. It was getting there, and there was kind of just, I wanted it to be, of course, just a really good review and everything, so I wanted to talk about everything, and yeah, basically I just ended up deciding to do this because this whole review thing has really just, it had me twisted for a while. I'm just like, man, there's just... I just really wanted to, at this point, I just really want to move on and make other videos, because so many other things have happened, and everything, and just, there's so many videos that I want to make, but I didn't want to make any other videos, of course, until this was out, because it's Kingdom Hearts 3, we all waited for this for so long, and... I just really wanted to get my thoughts out about it, and I still do. I couldn't make any other videos, until I got this out. And, of course, for those of you who may know, E3 is around the corner, and we may get some, I don't know if we're guaranteed or not. I don't know if they're yeah, you're gonna hear about it or not. But we're probably gonna hear about the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC there, so I wanted to get this out just in case. Oh, I forgot I was in this world. Oh, I haven't played in a while. This is my Proud one, and okay, so here's the thing. When I originally got this game, when it came out, I wanted to play, I played through it on beginner because I was just I just wanted to get the story, and I didn't want to get stuck anywhere or have any issues with bosses or anything like that. So, hang on, I'm gonna go to a different place because I want to save this world for later. We'll explore that a little bit later. But, anyways, yeah, I just didn't, God, what was I talking? Now I forgot what I was saying because of the stupid decided to go to a different world. Well, whatever. Anyways, oh yeah. Now I remember. But anyways, so I played through it on beginner, and then I wanted to, of course, check it out on Proud mode before I actually did a review, because there was, of course, a lot of complaints, and okay, anyways, there's a lot of complaints, and so I kind of wanted to see it for myself, because, like I said, I wanted to talk about everything with this game, and I just wanted to, kind of get a full, broader picture, for sure. So that being said, I guess we'll just get right into it here. Sorry, to ramble. I just wanted to sort of explain why I'm doing this as a live stream, and the craziness that happened. Some of you guys, like, you don't even know the half of it, of, like, the craziness of my review. It was stressing me out. I'm not even joking. I started to just get stressed about this because I just wanted to make other videos. I just couldn't, it was bad. Like, I was, and then seeing everyone else just finish their reviews and finish the game, and, like, it's like they've moved on from Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm just like, oh, like, I didn't want to put all that effort into my review, and then, like, you know, not many people really watch it because it had taken so long. Anyways, so, Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's start with the graphics here. Obviously, like, this was a huge upgrade, a huge advancement from the previous Kingdom Hearts games that have been in the series. Most of the games just had a very similar style to each other. There wasn't a lot of I'm trying to get up on the. There's not a big difference in a lot of the games. Like, they pretty much all, like, with only slight improvements, they pretty much all look the same, you know. And so it was with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming to the PS4. It's been high time. It has been high time to get an upgrade, and I'm so very glad that that they did do an upgrade. Like, I can't imagine if they just basically did the same thing. Like, it's the same, you know, as the other games, and it's on the PS4, you know, Unreal Engine. Like, get out of here. It is just, it's beautiful. It really is eye candy. It is so good. And now, a video game, of course, doesn't need good graphics to be a good game. And just because a game has good graphics, that doesn't make it a good game, necessarily. But I think a lot of people do sometimes not appreciate the graphics as much, and, like, the graphics in animation in a game or movie or show or whatever, it can really enhance the experience and really put you into the moment, into the scene of whatever's going on. And you know, if a game or whatever has bad graphics, or, you know, bad animation, or it's just, you know, it's on the cheaper side, you just can't, it can take you out of the moment, and it's like you don't feel immersed. So, you know, it's really good to see Kingdom Hearts in this new graphic style, and just, you know, just advanced and everything. It just looks beautiful. There's not much more to say than that about this game with the graphics, is that it looks just freaking beautiful. Let's see here. I did write some things down because I didn't want to, I wanted to have some sort of idea of what I'm doing here. So next I want to talk about the world design a little bit. By the way, I'm talking about the gameplay stuff first, and then I'm going to get into the story, because, I mean, once I get to the story, it's like there's no coming back. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm just reading the chat a little bit because I kind of jumped straight into it here, and I haven't really been paying too much attention. The only time I'm against graphics is when the focus is too spent on it and not on. Yeah, I agree. In games, in games, like, yeah, if, like, yeah, like I said, like, a game doesn't need amazing graphics to be a good game. So, with that being said, I hate it when companies, like, they think the opposite, and they're like, oh, as long as it looks good, people will buy it, and it'll be good, you know, and they just try to, and they focus too much time on that, and not on the, you know, story or gameplay and stuff like that. So, for sure. Okay, so the next thing is world design. So starting with some Disney worlds. I just gotta say, like, they nailed them spot on to, from their movie counterparts. Like, I just can't get over it. Yeah, I just can't really get over it. There's so much detail that went into these worlds, especially the Disney worlds. That's like, how can you not enjoy it? Like, visually speaking. Like, let's go to Andy's room here. For a minute. Of course, these load times are not the best, for anyone who hasn't noticed, but they're not as bad as they could be. They could be totally worse. I think, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I honestly think the PS3 version for like 2.5 was worse with the loading. I just remember playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS3, and good lord, those load times are just abysmal. Okay, so yeah, here we have Andy's room, and just look how spot on it is. I can't, you know, the posters from the movie, like it. His little tack board here, I can't get over just how spot on it is to the freaking movie. Like, it's insane, really. It's insane. And honestly, this kind of amount of detail into the world hasn't been seen since Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, as far as, like, being like, faithful to the movie counterpart. I mean, honestly, it really hasn't. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2, we all know how the level design was in that. It's just kind of flat hallways, you know, and the worlds. It's not that they don't look like the worlds that you're in. You know, when you go to Beast Castle and stuff, it's not like it doesn't look like Beast's Castle. But it's just, there's something about this, like, it's just so, onto the, he's even got some trash over here. Andy, pick up your trash. Like, it's so much. It's so realistic that it scares me a little bit. It scares me just a little bit. Let's see, I love Toy Story camera. Toy Story 4, yes! Toy Story 4 is a thing. Not to get too off topic, but that's coming out pretty soon here, this month. Just to give you an idea for people who are watching this after the fact, just how late I was on doing this review. It's like summer, but anyways, yes, so that's coming out, that should be good. The feels, I just, like, that's the thing too I want to talk about. Like, just the worlds that were picked for this game were so spot on. Like, who doesn't want Toy Story in Kingdom Hearts? In the Kingdom Hearts series. It has been requested for so long. Even Tetsuya Nomura wanted this world since basically the beginning. Like, it is just, you know? And, you know, Tangled, Big Hero 6, I will give one thing to the wait that we had for Kingdom Hearts 3. It was worth the wait in the sense so many more Disney movies got to be made, and now there's just so many more choices for movies to be in the series. Even now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is done, there's still tons of new movies. Well, I guess I wouldn't say tons, but there's still a lot of new movies for the next game, you know, Kingdom Hearts 4, whatever they're gonna call that. You know, Zootopia, Moana, like, there's... and then, you know, there's new movies gonna come out now, Onward, like, I don't know, it's, there's just, it was a really good decision to, it's been a long time since we've gotten some, like, newer Kingdom, like, Disney worlds into the Kingdom Hearts series, and it's so good to see, people who don't want Toy Story and Kingdom Hearts are heartless. Exactly, like, who didn't love this Pixar movie? Who didn't want Pixar to get involved with Kingdom Hearts? Like, good lord, I'm so happy that they finally were like, hey, can we actually get some Pixar up in here? Because Pixar is just, oh my gosh, like Monsters Inc., like Pixar, look, I love Disney so much, I really do, but Pixar, some of their movies, and I'm gonna talk about Monsters Inc. here, it just, look, as a little kid, I'm gonna get real here, as a little kid, I was really scared of a lot of things, like the dark, monsters, all kinds of stuff, you know, I was just scared of my own shadow, basically, when I was really little, and Monsters Inc. actually really helped me out with being able to sleep on my own, and things like that, and just deal with like not being scared anymore. Like, it showed me, you know, it's all like, you know, it's like, oh, maybe they're not there just to scare you, you know, maybe they want to make you laugh, maybe they, you know, maybe it's their job, like, Pixar just answers those questions, like, what if toys were alive? What if monsters were just doing their job? Like, it's like, you know, it's, I don't know, I love it, like, and I've honestly wanted Pixar in the Kingdom Hearts series for a long time now. Not that I love the old Disney movies and, you know, that they're in the world, you know, Hercules, what's another, like, Pinocchio, just, you know, all that, but it's like, yeah, come on, it's time, it's a good, breath of fresh air, for sure. Alright, let's see. Is Pixar kid more than Disney? Yeah, Pixar. It was kind of quantity versus quality, I think, when it comes to Disney and Pixar, because Disney were smashing out more movies, like they were releasing more movies, but Pixar was just having so many big successes, like WALL-E and just Ratatouille, man, like, just some real heavy thinking movies that are really good to make, like they don't try to dumb down kids and make kids, like, you know, they're just like, they try to make kids think deeper in some cases, and I really appreciate that, especially Ratatouille. I will always love Ratatouille just for its, like, going into that movie, I swear to God, I was not expecting, the amount of heavy thinking life lessons we were gonna get in that movie. I was like, hello? I was like, this is making me think about my life choices. What do you do? I did not want to get out. Excuse me? Okay. Anyways, yeah, so, anyway. gonna try to get off the Pixar thing here now. But yeah, it's just great, like, finally to have it in here. And I want it to continue. I want us to get a Wally World, you know, I want, whatever, like, I don't know what else. But yeah, like, I want them to continue to be involved. Like, it's great to finally have them here. Okay, so, hold on a sec, I need to look at what's next. Oh, well, okay. So I want to, okay, so before I get off world design, I want to say, each thing is unique too. Each world has its own unique thing. Like, okay, here in Toy Story, you have these Giga thingies. I don't really, Gig bots, whatever, Gigas, I forget what they're called. Okay, it's been a while, okay? I haven't actually played this game for a while, so if I'm kind of crap, I'm sorry. I'm also not paying too much attention because I'm trying to keep everything straight of what I'm talking about. But, anyway. Yeah, each world is just unique in the things you can do, and of course the way they look. They each have their own mechanics, and that's really cool. We haven't seen that too much in the Kingdom Hearts series. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. These Giga dudes are really... Okay. I need a new one over here. Okay. Anyways, yeah, they're just... Oh, hey! I was gonna use that! I guess not. Okay, game. Okay. Kingdom Hearts 3, everyone. Anyway. Okay, God, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah, each world has its own thing, and it's really unique. We haven't really seen that in many other Kingdom Hearts games. Kingdom Hearts 1 tried to do that with the vine swinging and, like, deep jungle, and just, it had some different things in each world, but it wasn't quite utilized. I don't know, it's just, it was the technology then. They couldn't quite do everything that they wanted to do. They, you know, like, just, they couldn't quite, the platforming and everything, it just, the technology wasn't quite there for what they wanted, unfortunately. And they had to work with what they had, and, they did pretty good for what they had. But, nevertheless, now with Kingdom Hearts 3, they really, it really gave them a chance to just, really flex their muscles with that, because they haven't, you know, Birth by Sleep, like, Kingdom Hearts 2, just fairly, like, just, in level design, just kind of flat, you know, Birth by Sleep kind of tried to have some things here and there, which I appreciated, but of course that was for the PSP, and so they had limitations there as well. You know, just, yeah, and I think kind of because of the bad feedback they've gotten from Kingdom Hearts 1's sort of level design and stuff, that they kind of got a little scared with it, I think, a little bit, with, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 and stuff, so they decided to change it up. I don't really know for sure with all of it. Anyway, yeah, just really, they just really, I honestly wasn't expecting it to be this good as far as the level design, because in the yeah, we haven't had very good luck with that in the Kingdom Hearts series, and I feel like they proved us wrong this time. They're like, hey, look at what we can do. We can do this now. And I hope it continues. I hope that they don't go, yeah, I just hope it doesn't change. I hope they don't go back to Kingdom Hearts 2 flat hallways. That would be a real shame. Alright, Alright, a lot of world interactions, a little more. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 had a lot of cool world interactions that I really appreciate. And Kingdom Hearts 3 tried to bring it back, and I enjoyed what they brought to Kingdom Hearts 3. And yeah, it could be a little more. It definitely could be. But there's always the next game. Like this, they were just kind of, it was sort of their comeback after, you know, not having much world interaction or different things going on within the world. So, you know, baby steps. They're just kind of trying it out. They're like, this is, you know, they're like, we're gonna try this again now, type thing. So I can't blame it really. Like, they're just dipping their toes in. So, for sure, like the next game, I'm really hoping that they go even more. They go the next level. Alright, let's see. Okay. Give me a second here. Yeah, I want a Wally world. Brave, that would be pretty interesting world. Forest type area. Like, I just like that like time period that Brave is in. So I think it'd be really cool just to explore that. Coco, that could actually, I think that could work too. That'd be cool. And of course, Monsters Inc. and Toy Story here are bound to return based on how each world ended. Sora and the gang both got the okay to come back from the characters. Woody here, he's our pal. He's like, come on back. So we'll come back eventually. I do not doubt it. Plus a year lost in development. Oh my god. I'll tell you, Kingdom Hearts 3 had some interesting development. I'm gonna tell you right now. I haven't, so, of course I love video games and all, but usually I'm not too hardcore enough to, like, look into really the development or, like, things like that. Like, I'll just kind of watch the trailers and be like, oh, that looks like a fun game, or, like, whatever. Like, I'm usually never too invested. But with the Kingdom Hearts series, it has always been my favorite series, and so I've always made exceptions with Kingdom Hearts in a lot of areas, whether it be spending extra money or whatever, whatever the case is, buying multiples of the games just because it's, you know, the remasters and everything. I just, things like that, some good different toy brands over here. That looks like Barbie. I don't think I really looked at these too close in the past. Anyway, gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to lose my train of thought here. But anyways, so yeah, like, hang on, give me a second. Wally. Okay, I'm looking back at what I was talking at the comments to see. Wally. I don't. Whatever. We're moving on. We're trying to. I'm taking too much time on this, anyways. All right. So, all right. The next thing, we're gonna get into the gameplay a little bit now. We have Keyblade transformations. That is a very new mechanic that was only added for Kingdom Hearts 3. The first time we've seen it in the series. And I, like, without even saying anything else, I just want to say I hope it returns. Hey, there we go. Hey. It just kind of wigged out there for a minute, like it didn't want to go on to the... There we go. I was just walking up it for a second. That was really weird. anyways, like, I'm gonna try to activate one right now. Anyways, I really hope they return because they're really, really fun. I love this. Like, look at this. So fun. Like, it adds a new, like, of course, new style of gameplay. And it's like, you know, it's very reminiscent, of course, of the drive forms from Kingdom Hearts 2, which I really love that mechanic in Kingdom Hearts 2. So it's really cool, and it makes the Keyblades. Oh my gosh, Donald. Yeah, I finished the mini game of that, Donald. I have it right here. Hang on, I already think I have it. No, I don't have it. Okay, hang on. I swear. Oh, okay, please load. Okay, there we go. Okay, Donald! Oh. You don't have to say that anymore! Look it! I have the Keyblade! Okay, sorry. I kind of really do wish that with that, like, just a little side tangent here, I kind of do wish that once you finish that minigame, they'd stop saying that, because there's not too much of a need for it. Of course, you can still make food after you finish the mini games. But it's like, if you've 100%ed it, you know where the boxes and things are. You don't need them anymore. And I don't know why they get all up in your butt about the ingredients. And when it comes to the lucky emblems, they're like, say what? Like, when I was playing, they barely ever tell me where the lucky emblems are. They barely ever let me know. Alright, anyways. Where were we? Keyblade transformations. Yeah, I thought this is one of just the better mechanics that were added. I just really enjoy it. It brings more reason to each Keyblade for you to have it, other than like its stats. Because in Kingdom Hearts 2, unless you really liked the look of the Keyblade, you know, you really just cared about the stats. There was nothing really different or special about each different one. You know, and this really oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Okay. They really didn't, you know, they really, oh, I didn't really want to do that. Okay, well, it's fine. I'll just use this then. That's kind of the only thing with some of these abilities. The let's see, attraction flow and the Keyblade transformations are both on the triangle, which of course is what you do to also like open treasure chests and to interact with certain things. And it could be, whoa, I did not press to do that. Okay. Oh, I think I have the automatic finish on, because that's right, I have the automatic finisher on, because I'd always forget to press triangle, to do the finisher. Anyway, yeah, they just like, I don't know, Keyblade transformations, they're awesome. I really like it. I like a lot of these, just the new Keyblades that were added in, and I love how you can equip more than one and switch through them really quick like that. It's really cool. Yeah. There we go. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. Okay. But yeah, it's just a really fun mechanic. I guess. Let's see. Cage 2 small. Happening. Oh, well, in Cage 2, it was what was it that did that? It was because there was something that I would press and it'd be like, oh, I didn't want to do that. It was the limits. It was the limits for your party members. if they had auto limit on, and it would just go to triangle. Yeah, but you could just turn that off. You don't have to do the auto limit. So, there's that. Am I already gonna... This thing is already gonna die. Okay. It's great. Anyway, so let's see here. Well, speaking of attraction flow, so attraction flow is something a lot of people kind of didn't, I mean, some people liked it, but some people just kind of didn't, and, here we go, right here. Let's do this. Some people didn't like this, because it's like, they, you know, the kind of consensus was that it's overpowered. And in some degrees, I can understand it. They are very powerful. But the thing is, they, like, you don't have to use them. It's completely, like, this is a mechanic that is completely optional. And you don't even get it all the time. You have to, basically, it's random, just how it was when it popped up there. It's random depending on the enemies as you fight. So it's really, to me, it's not an issue because you don't get. It's just you know, you don't get it all the time. It's not like you can use it at will like this, like some of the other things, like the links and stuff. You know, it's just, it just pops up every now and again, and yeah, it's, I'm okay with that.
Yes, I win.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so yeah, I think because I've been trying to 100% this. This is my 100%ing file. So I've gotten I think I've gotten all the chests in this world. I think there's only a couple worlds that I have yet to do that with. Anywho, so yeah, I actually really like the attraction flow idea because it's bringing more of the Disney into it, and I love Disneyland. Like I know those rides and have ridden those rides. Like, I enjoy it. Like, it's cool. I want them to redeem themselves. I want Attraction Flow to come back to the game, in the next game, and with some new rides as well. Because I feel that's the thing too. I feel like we could have had a couple more. You know, I like the ones we got. We got a lot of the popular Disney rides, but I would have liked a couple more. Alright. Yes, that was like the first thing when I started this review, was about like how good it looked, and yes, it is beautiful, the graphics. So yeah, we definitely did. Okay. That as well. Yeah, like, because they're optional, I don't really care. Like, they're fun. It's a fun thing. That's the thing I love about Kingdom Hearts 3, is its diversity. It has so many different ways for you to play. You could use your links, you could use attraction flow, you could use, you know, your, Keyblade transformations, you could switch your Keyblades. Like, there's so many different ways for you to kill the Heartless. And I really like that about this game. In some of the other games, it was kind of straightforward. Just hit them, use magic, which, you know, you could still use magic on them. Like, you could do so much, and I really like that because it makes it feel new and different when you play it, and it doesn't get boring. You just, not that the other games would, but it's just, you know, I don't know, it's just the diversity is really fun. Yeah, it really does. The diversity in this game is really spot on. Alright, so let's see. Shot locks, they're pretty much the same as ever. I know some people as well still are like, yeah, they're still overpowered, just like they were in Birth by Sleep. And yeah, but again, they're optional. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what it is about me personally, but personally, I like barely ever, I forget I have it. I forget shot lock is a thing. Oops, because I kind of suck at it too. There we go. Okay, but yeah, I forget it's a thing a lot of the time, and I did the same thing in Birth by Sleep. I would just kind of forget it's there, and let's use this real quick. But yeah, I'd forget it was there, and it would just shot lock. Oops. This one is kind of I'll talk about these attacks in a minute, because there's some things here. Anyway, the shot locks are basically they're the same as they've always been. The kind of cool thing about them, though, is that they have different shot locks depending on the Keyblade, and it also even more so diversitizes, makes the Keyblades more versatile and whatnot, just like the Keyblade transformations do. So that's really fun. Let's see. Flow motion. Yeah, I'm getting. Don't worry. I'm gonna get to flow motion here. Basically, I wanted to get some of the. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of out of that section now, but I wanted to deal with the mechanics that Kingdom Hearts 3 has on its own that the other games don't have. Yes, Goofy, I know there's ingredients. Okay, so yeah, not much to say about shot lock. It's there. It's a thing. Another thing to kill with. So it's great. Camera mode. Let's talk about camera mode here, cuz I have some things. Oh, well, that's not camera mode.
Let's see.
That is. Oh, well, I'm trying. There we... I don't know if that came out any good. I forget some of these buttons here. Okay, so camera mode, you know, you can take selfies. Yeah. They're fun. So, camera mode has been in a lot of games, especially as of late. It's kind of a feature that comes with, it's just sort of there a lot of the times now. I actually really like it for Kingdom Hearts, for the Kingdom Hearts series. You know why? Because it makes more sense than with any other game to have this. And, like, these are some really, like, these Disney characters. Some of them are just so iconic. It's like, who doesn't want to take a picture with Mr. Buzz here? Or Woody. I am so sorry. I called you Buzz. I'm sorry. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Who doesn't want to take a picture with these Disney characters? Like Rapunzel, like all these characters. Like, it makes much more sense to take pictures with them than other characters that are like in other games that are just like original characters to that game. You know? Yes. Yeah, I like it in Kingdom Hearts 3. It just, you know, it fits. It makes sense. And I now that it's here, now that we have, you know, our little gummy phone, I don't want them to go away. Like, I want camera mode to stay. I'll talk about another thing that also makes camera mode much more of a necessary thing to have in a second, but I do want to address a little bit of my complaints with it. Now, I love the camera mode idea.
All right.
Okay, there. So he did it good there. So, an issue that I've had and that I've seen is sort of with the AI around it. Sometimes it's fine. Other times it takes a minute. Like here, he's not doing it. Buzz, hello? I want to take your picture. Do your pose. Hello? Hello? This is what I'm talking about that I kind of have a complaint with. Is sometimes it can be so hard to get them to do what they need to do. Hello! It's fine, Buzz. You're just... Okay, there's something. I don't... Okay, sure. I don't even think that's for his picture mode. I think that is just his idle stuff. It's fine. He's just proving my point. Proving my point.
Sure you get my good stuff.
There you go. There you go. There you go, bud. So that can be kind of annoying sometimes. It kind of depends on the situation. Sometimes it's fine, and other times it takes a minute. There you go. Yeah. And the other thing too is if you want to get a picture with Sora here in a certain one of his poses. Oh, hang on, Woody. Hang on. I'm trying to demonstrate. Okay. Oh, I keep hitting that button. Okay. So, say I want to do that. Say I want to do that pose as Sora. Well, you have to cycle through all of his other poses to get to the one you want. And, okay, so now that the pose that I want is next up. And now, hang on. Let's try to get Woody ready here so I can demonstrate. Woody. Hello. Picture time. Say cheese.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, fix your hat for the picture. Come on. Anytime now. Okay, well, he doesn't really want to do it. But anyways,
You want to take my picture?
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, dang it. See, I didn't even do it in... Oh, my gosh. Okay, see, sometimes their animations are not timed out well for you to have to try to get Sora in the pose that you want. You have to set it up perfectly. I don't even... Let me go into my gallery. I don't even know if the picture that I'm... I want to... Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I don't even know if it's on this profile because I'm pretty sure it's on my first playthrough that I took this picture, and I didn't want to do it here because it took so long. It's gonna be pretty... Let's see. So many... Yeah, I don't think it's... Okay, it's... Yeah, it's... I don't think it is here. Let's see. I don't know. Well, basically, what I'm trying to say is the picture to take with Buzz, Woody here. Why do I want to call him Buzz? Something's going on. Okay, anyway. Yeah, he just, his animation especially, Woody's animation is especially short, and for you to time it is hard. So, yeah. Only thing I not like finding a lot are the lucky emblems. Okay, so lucky emblems, I have that written down for later, but I'll talk about that now since it's very, of course, a part of camera mode. And I really like the lucky emblems. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's a great way to sort of, I like it for a couple different reasons. The first reason I like it is because it gives more of a reason to have camera mode other than just taking selfies with Disney peeps. You actually get to, it actually gives it a service. Like, it has a useful thing that you need to use it for, which is nice. The other thing that I really like about it, the other reason I like it is because I think it's a good way to make the player stop and look around at their surroundings and look around at the world around them and stuff, and kind of search around. In some video games, it's hard for the... I can see it being hard for the creators and the people working on it to find a way to kind of make the player stop and take it in and just sort of look at their hard work in the graphics department. Coming back to the graphics, like the Lucky Emblems is a great way to make people sit there and just take in the beauty that the game is, and I like that. I think that's really cool. It's really cool. One second, let me take a drink here. Okay, enough of camera mode. I'm sick of camera mode now. The camera itself, it's fine. It hasn't changed like at all from what it always has been. So I have really nothing much to say about it there, other than I feel like people think the camera in Kingdom Hearts 2 is so great, and like it never messed you up in fighting or like things like that, like, oh, it was so good. Well, you know why it was good? It was because Kingdom Hearts 2 was flat, and you didn't have things to get in the way of where you were fighting or where you were looking. So of course the camera didn't mess up much. Like Jesus. Okay, anyways. So yeah, the camera's just, it's the same as it's always been. So, okay, the next thing I want to talk about is links. So, let's go ahead and leave this world now. I think we've stayed our welcome in, the toy box. We're gonna go to another world and have an adventure somewhere else. I don't know where yet. This song is gonna be in my head forever. Alright. Okay, let's embark. Let's go to Olympus. Let's chill out over there. Let's see what's going on over there at Olympus. One of the only returning worlds for this game, because there weren't a lot, and I feel like, I don't know, I haven't seen too many complaints about that. But I know there are some people who are like, yeah, I wish there were more returning worlds, and I wish, like, oh, this world or that world, like Aladdin, what is it, Nightmare Before Christmas, like, things like that. But I said this in my world video about the games, about the worlds picked for this game, and the way I see it is, with this new upgrade in the graphics, they really just wanted to sort of show off what they could do with some brand new worlds, rather than just a bunch of returning worlds that we've seen before. But I kind of foresee the next game having more Wow, she kicked that dude. Little Hercules doll. Okay, anyways, yeah, I feel like the next game will probably have some more returning worlds from previous games, and so we'll be able to see what they look like. Anyways, okay, so links. Let's talk about links. Links are basically the summons from, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I don't know why they changed the name from summons to links. Why? Why did they do that? Did someone complain about summons? Like, I honestly kind of want to know. Did they change it just because? Just for the heck of it? The sheer... Yes, we're going, Donald. Just for the sheer heck of it, they're like, hey, who cares about, like, yeah, we got, okay, let's see. We're gonna use Simba, who is my favorite summon, or Link. Oh, my boy. Let's get him. Oh, roar, jump, kill, everything. Alright, is that... I think that's all of them, so...
Fireball!
There we are. Alright, my boy. Okay, so, yeah, we just demolished everything. Anyway, so what I like about links... What I've always liked about them is, for one, it's a way to add in characters that don't have actual worlds. Like like Simba, like he gets to be in the game even though he doesn't have, the Pride Lands isn't a world here. And I appreciate that. I always have with the series. It's just another way to incorporate some characters and some things without having to make a full world around them. And it's a cool mechanic. I always have enjoyed it. Not too much to say about it here, other than, for one, if you noticed when I summoned Simba, the music changed. And if you have played Kingdom Hearts 2, you may remember that song from the Pride Lands, from the world that he's obviously from. That's a nice little detail that they've added, is that when you use one of your links, it changes to their music. For the Meow Wow, the Dream Eater music comes on. For Ariel, the music from her world, from Kingdom Hearts 1 plays. And I appreciate that. Like, I think that's a cool little detail that only certain people will kind of notice who have played the other games. Like, okay, if Kingdom Hearts 3 is like the first Kingdom Hearts game a person has played or whatever, they're not gonna get that reference. They're not gonna get it. But I just think it's cool. Let's use Ariel. There's Ariel. And I like the little effects that they have. This little holographic kind of effects that they added to them to make them feel like they're there but not there. I really like that, because the other games really didn't have that. The summons would just be there, you know? But I like this way of thinking, that it's like, yeah, he's more so summoning their spirit than their actual them, you know? Like, yeah, you throw that rock at that wall, Herc. Good job. Okay, so yeah, like, it's, I really like that about it. It's just a nice little detail with the music, and the holographic look. Another thing to do with the graphics, like, they added that because, you know, they had the opportunity to with these graphics. They had the ability to do that. So, what is... Hello? Oh, okay. Hang on, my controller. Okay, there. I don't know what happened. It's fully charged, and it just disconnected because Lord knows why. It's don't do that, controller. So yeah, there's that. There's the whole thing with the links, slow motion. So you guys have already shown it a bit, just through playing, but yeah, slow motion from Dream Drop Distance has sort of returned in this. I like what they did with it here. In Dream Drop Distance, it was way more in your face. It was way more like, okay, this is a new mechanic that you need, that you, if you want to live, you need to use it. If you want to live this game and survive and beat this game, you should probably maybe use flow motion. Yeah, not this time. This time it's way more a backseat thing. It just kind of activates. You know, you can still you can do it yourself just by the walls or like, you know, whatever. But it just sort of kind of happens. Like for me, I usually don't look for it or try to do it very often. It just sort of kind of happens naturally, which is nice. And it does have strong attacks though. Like it does give you a boost for if you know you kind of need, if you're about to die or something and you kind of need it. It's there. And yeah, it's good. It's you know, it's definitely what I really like about Kingdom Hearts 3 and about having some of these mechanics here is I enjoy the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 is implementing different mechanics from the other games. It has shot locks from Birth by Sleep, flow motion from Dream Drop Distance. You know, it just like, you know, it has little things from each of the games, and I really like that because it makes it really the conclusion that it needs to be. It's like, you know, okay, you've played these games and you know all this stuff, so here it is again, and it's all together, and it gives you more ways to fight, again adding to the diversity. It's really great. As far as that goes, it was so smart of them to just be like, here, let's, of course, we're gonna add a few, you know, special things for this game to make it stand out, but we're gonna implement, you know, things from just the other, you know, the other games and put it all together in one. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just really great. I really like that. Let's see, what else? What else? Oh, okay. Limits. It might be kind of hard to try and get a limit. I don't know. Team attack thing, let's see. Oh, I'll have to first find some enemies. I'll talk about the music here in a little bit too, because yeah. But okay, so I'll try to show it here if I can. But basically the limits are they're like the team attacks. They're just, you know, you do them with either Donald or Goofy here, or some of the Disney characters like Hercules. I wish I was closer to some enemies, because I mean, it's already going to be hard enough to try and kind of get it because it's random. So that's great. Okay, here we go. I don't think we'll get, nope. That was not enough. Just one left over, dude. There should be some out here. Yep. Let's see if we can't get something. But anyway, they're like from Kingdom Hearts 2 and stuff. It's a mechanic that we have in a way seen before. And it's nice. I like it. So with Donald and Goofy, basically their team attacks, they just kind of happen. They're just automatic. Yeah, they're just automatic. But the Disney characters, you actually do kind of control. I don't want double arrows. Arrow guns. Trying to get a limit here. See, again, this is a mechanic that you can't. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2, you could do it at will. As long as you had MP, you could do it. But this, it makes it a way more... Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, here's Donald. See, it's totally automatic. Not doing anything. But with Hercules here, if we ever get his, I don't know. You actually kind of control where you spin and, like, what you do a little bit. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why Donald and Goofy, it's just automatic. And why the others it's not. It's kind of a little weird. But but it's cool. It's fun. It's a good mechanic. I don't really have much to say about it. It's basically how it was in Kingdom Hearts 2, except you can't basically control it at will. And yeah. What else do you got? Ooh, alright. We are trucking. We are moving. Oh, I actually wanted to go. We are moving right along. So, mini games. Let's talk about mini games here. So, there are a lot of different mini games. There's the cooking mini games. The cooking mini games with Remy. There's the Classic Kingdom mini-games. There is mini-games in separate little worlds, such as the dancing mini-game in Kingdom of Corona, and the mini-game, I forget what it's called, but the mini-game in San Francisco, the Big Hero 6 world, and a mini game in Frozen Slider in Arendelle. Hang on. Classic Kingdom for Life. I like the Classic Kingdom mini games. As you can see, of course, I've done them all. I've tried them all. I must say this about Kingdom Hearts 3. I think maybe they maybe a little bit too much. I don't know. Okay, so I love let's just play this one real quick. Okay, in Kingdom Hearts, I think it is very important to have mini games because it breaks up. Oh God, I was not paying attention. Maybe I should not be playing this. Good Lord. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, we don't want to. Okay. Go. Wait. Up. There. Okay, you have to hold it down. I forgot. Okay. Sure. Okay, anyways. Yeah, maybe, like, I love mini, I cannot talk tonight, whatever. The Kingdom Hearts series, I think, needs mini games, to break up just the fighting and, you know, just the everyday mechanics that the game has. But maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 has so many. The Winnie the Pooh mini games, like there's mini games that I forgot to even mention that are in here that I can't. And just the sheer number of them, like look at all the classic Kingdom games. Like when I booted this up, like how many were in there? Maybe it's a little bit of overload. I only say that in the sense of it's not that, oh, you know, some are better than others, of course, and some are more enjoyable. But it's not like I'm downright, oh, I don't want to play this certain mini game or like this thing or whatever. But it's like I forget about them. Like I checked out some of the classic Kingdom games, you know, but I would get new ones, and I would forget to even check them out to see what you could do or see what they were, half the time here, and you know, a lot of the time, and I think that's just because of just the sheer number of mini games that you could play and the things that you can do. And some are more necessary than others. Some have more of a reason, like the Winnie the Pooh mini games. That's sort of the best place for you to get honey for the cooking mini games. So, oh gosh, I broke the line. Okay, so yeah, there's like each one sort of has. Oh, dude, you came up fast. Oh, all right. Okay, now we're getting a little further in, so this is like, okay, whatever. I don't want to play anymore. I forget how you. I don't want to. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to play anymore. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, you just kind of, there's just kind of a lot, and you can lose track of it and stuff like that. Like with some of it doesn't feel, I think the word I'm looking for is urgency. There's not a lot of urgency for some of these games, especially the Classic Kingdom here. Yes, you do get a Keyblade for it, a very cool Keyblade here. If I can find... A pretty cool Keyblade here. Oh, well that's not it. But, you just, you know, not a lot of urgency, not a lot of, like, oh man, I better play that, or, I guess, I don't know. I don't know. It depends, like I said, some of these mini games, I know people like better than others, like, and just the Classic Kingdom games alone, there's so much diversity, like, in each one. Like, some of these are fun, some of these I like, and then some of them get hard, and then some of them are annoying. Like, there's just so much diversity that it's hard to really be like, yeah, it's just a lot. But I guess in a sense it does give you a lot more to do. It's like, when it comes down, it's like, is it busy work, or is it, I guess it's just however you look at it. It's, you know, I kind of go back and forth on it depending on my mood. Like, oh, is it really, really cool to have some, or is it just kind of busy work? Like, I don't know. But, yeah, okay. Well, mini games are also for relaxing. Yeah, like, yeah, that's the thing, like, that's why I'm like, oh, the Kingdom Hearts series, it needs mini games, and you should have some sort of mini games in the series, here and there, because yeah, because it really does break it up. But man, are there a lot in this game. Like the Flan the Flanders. There's so much. I guess that's all I have to really say about that. Is there's some really cool mini games, some really fun ones. Some are a little annoying. It's just kind of the standard thing with mini games. It's like some you like, some you don't. Some are really hard to beat. Some are like easy. It just kind of depends. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, so I'm basically I'm basically moving on to the story section here a little bit, and so I'm wrapping up the gameplay. So to wrap it up, I want to talk about just the overall feel of the game, how it feels to play it. I really like the feel. I know some people say it's flowy, some people say it's slow. Like, I don't really get it. I'm gonna say that. I don't really, like, I guess I just don't pay enough attention to gameplay in video games, or I don't care enough about it, but I just don't even really recognize or, like, understand some of that stuff. Like, to me, as long as the character moves, when I tell them to move, it's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I don't get the whole, there's so much, like, people, I don't know the whole, I don't get the whole how a game feels. Like, oh, it's just, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like, I don't know, like, just, some people just, hardcore gamer people just look straight up into the, like, the mechanics of it, and, like, like, I want to hit that. Okay, there we go. Into the, like, the animations, like how fast or slow the animations are to do these certain moves and things. And it's like, I don't care about that. Like, people, like, chill out. It is not, like, I don't even know why I don't. It just doesn't bother me if it's, like, a little floaty or a little this or a little that. Like, I don't care. It just, Sora does what I want him to do when I tell him, for the most part, if he feels like he wants to listen. And that's fine with me. Like, it doesn't take much to impress me when it comes to gameplay. It really doesn't. I should probably care about it more, because at the end of the day, once you've played the game and you know the story, the gameplay is what you're left with. But I don't know, it just doesn't bother me. Whatever the things are, and the thing is, it's fun. I don't know, like I said, the diversity in the gameplay and the things you can do, this game is just fun. It's just exciting. It's just, I love running through the worlds and just defeating Heartless. It's just fun. Alright, so we're gonna get out of Thebes here, because we've been here for a hot minute. Okay. Boy. So, okay, that's basically, yeah, the boss fights, like, oh, I guess I could talk about the boss fights. I haven't really talked about the boss fights. See, this is why it's good to do a live stream thing, because I wouldn't have really talked about boss fights, if I just made a review video. So there you go. So boss fights are pretty fun. Like, yeah, most of them are. I will say, now this part is kind of more of a critique on the story part of it, but with the bosses, I do feel like I wish we could have had a couple more Disney characters to fight, Disney villains. I wish we could have fought a few more Disney villains or stuff or something. But the boss fights themselves were pretty fun. So yeah, that's good. You know, they were all pretty exciting. I can't really complain or anything like that too much. Alright, so yeah, that's basically it for the gameplay. And we're gonna get into the story. We're gonna get into the story here. And I'm gonna start with the stories involving the Disney worlds here. Because they're a little bit more simpler to kind of talk about first than the actual overall story of Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm winning. That's it. You're waiting for that. Okay, I'll get there. Okay, so yeah, basically, there's two different kinds of Disney worlds in this game when it comes to the story. Basically, there's either the worlds where you go to the world, and it's just straight up the story from the movie counterpart. You're just going through that again. Or it's or you have the worlds that actually have an original story and serve, for lack of a better word, as a sequel to the movie in a lot of ways, because it's brand new story to Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I sort of...
Get it? Miss?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, okay, Flynn. There you... You think you're funny. Anyway. So I go back and forth on this, on which is better, or which should be done more. You know, like which, you know, if I like the original stories that the Kingdom Hearts series kind of comes up with, or if, I don't know. I go back and forth, but here's sort of the thing. The pros and cons, I guess you could say. The pros to just going straight through the Disney, the plot of the Disney movie. Well, for one, sometimes the Disney movie already has a plot that fits very nicely into Kingdom Hearts 3. Now I know Moana is not a world, in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I'm just gonna use it as an example. That is the kind of Disney movie that would probably, if it was in the series, it would probably just be straight up the plot from the movie, because it is very just reminiscent of what the series is about already. There doesn't need to be a lot changed. You know, you're returning the heart of Te Fiti and blah blah blah, like it's already there. Another pro is, for one, if you already like these Disney movies, it's not really like, you know, like who doesn't really want to see that again or go through that again? Like, I don't think you know, it's always good. Some of the cons are what you have to sort of take out, because of course you can't put a full movie in there. And it's not always easy to pick and choose how to rearrange the story and what to keep in and things like that. And it's kind of a hard thing, because you want people who haven't seen the movie to be able to understand what's going on, but you don't want to beat the people over the head with it, of the people who have seen the movie. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 could have sort of went around this better. There's some things that they've cut out in certain worlds that are just kind of weird. Just kind of weird. In this world, for instance, they cut out 2 characters completely from the game, and they are the 2 thugs that are after Flynn Rider throughout the entirety of the movie. And they're after the crown that he steals. That's really Rapunzel's crown. Also, spoilers, people. Anyways, so yeah, they cut those 2 characters out, and looking on the surface, like, I'm fine with it. They aren't really that interesting of characters. They're not that complex. They're just your standard bad dudes that are kind of dumb, that just are there, and they're like, hey, you know, they're like, don't forget about us, we're gonna kill you. Oh, I earned a trophy. What did I, oh, sweet, okay. I didn't even know what I did, but sure. I'm trying to 100% this, so I get very excited when I see a trophy. Okay, anywho. Sorry, give me a second. We're talking. Oh yeah, the thugs people. Yeah, so it's like, it's fine. You know, if there's any characters you're gonna get rid of, that's fine. And I understand they don't want to, like, make the models for them or whatever, just for one scene or whatever. That's fine. I understand it. But then they went ahead and they did the scene right after, okay, so in the movie, right after the, I See the Light song and the whole, lantern scene, the thugs pop up, on the other side of the lake, and Flynn has to go and talk to them, and they trick him, and they put him on the boat, they knock him out, put him on the boat, they lie to Rapunzel, blah blah blah. That whole scene, you know, that whole thing. In this, they still have that scene, but because they took the thugs out, it's nobody's. But the scene still plays out the same, with Mother Gothel taking them out with, like, a tree branch. And it's like, okay, for one, earlier in the game, not even in a different world, in this very same world, Sora was saying that Flynn Rider and Rapunzel wouldn't be able to hurt the nobodies, because only the Keyblade can, whatever. And just a real quick tangent. That whole rule, I don't even understand it anymore. To be fair, in the series, it is flopped back so... How are Donald and Goofy fighting? I don't understand. Why? If only the Keyblade can hurt these guys, how are they hurting them right now? How is his frying pan hurting them right now? Hello? It doesn't bug me that much, but sometimes it's like, what are you doing? But anyways, it's especially when they just mention it. You know, they're like, they just say it. And then comes along Mother Gothel, and she takes out these nobodies with a stick. It's great. Roxas, that's a stick. Mother Gothel is a stick. Okay. Anyway, so that happens, and honestly, it wouldn't bug me all that much. But then, you want to know what happens? Mother Gothel goes ahead and repeats the exact same line that she says in the movie, quick before they come to. And you know what? The nobodies that she hit just were destroyed. They left. They weren't laying on the ground. They weren't knocked out. She destroyed them. And then she acts like they're knocked out, like she knocked out the two thugs from the movie. I don't understand this. It's so simple. They could have just changed the line. They could have just... I don't even know. Why did... In this case, with just the nobodies, why did Flynn Rider need to go over there? Why did he feel the need to stop the boat and go over there? Tell me. I don't know. I just don't know. Because the movie told him to, because it happened in the movie, and Donald, shut up. I'm getting mad here, Donald, okay? I just don't, I don't, things like that bug me, and it happens in every game. Like, there's always little moments like that within this series that just bug me, like little inconsistencies or little things like that. I like to call it Disney autopilot, where it's just like, you know, oh, you say the lines from the movie and you do the thing from the movie, even if it doesn't quite make 100% sense. Yeah, so I don't appreciate Disney autopilot, and I just it needs to, I don't know, it needs to stop.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
I think we will too, Goofy. Anyways, yeah, I just don't, yeah, little things like that are weird. But overall, I like the stories. Of course, when it's the worlds that just go through the movie, like, of course I like it, because I love the movies and stuff like that. Like, that's a given, that's fine. But more towards the original stories and the original worlds, I really like it. Like, take Monsters, Inc., for instance. Like, are we really, like, okay, I know we got Monsters University, which is, of course, but that's like a prequel. So, we don't get to see what happens after the events of, Monsters, Inc. We don't get to see what happened to Boo or Mike and Sully and stuff. And in a lot of cases, I don't think we will get a proper sequel to that. So, in a way, Kingdom Hearts 3 is like the closest thing we're going to get to a sequel for that. And I appreciate that. Because, you know, if you're playing Kingdom Hearts, more than likely you've seen some of these movies. Like, you've seen these movies, you're a Disney fan. The only sort of thing that kind of tears me away from that, and it's like, no, you need to sort of, I don't know. Okay, so, my dad, he played this game, okay? I'm going to use this as an example. He played this game, and he liked it and everything, blah, blah, blah. And he likes Disney. He's seen most of the movies, especially the older ones from when I was little, because I would just have them on TV, and he just he just was subject to watching them. He played this game. This game sort of made me realize how some people maybe really haven't seen some of these movies. I mean, just from this game alone, my dad had not seen Big Hero 6. He had not seen Tangled all the way through. He'd only seen parts of it. He's only seen parts of Frozen. What other world was it? I think that was it. Because, yeah, he's seen pirates. He loves pirates. He's seen, of course, Toy Story and Monsters, Inc. But it sort of made me think of how these, maybe some of these newer movies, yeah, some people just maybe haven't seen. But I don't know. Bottom line, if you like the Kingdom Hearts series and have been playing these games, you have probably, like, yeah, you've probably seen these movies at least once or twice. So, it's not, I don't know. Hang on. I haven't looked at the chat in a while. In day... That's true, like, yeah, in Days, and then, like, when Roxas has a stick, he has to use magic, and then the wooden sword in, Kingdom Hearts 1. I get that, I understand that, but it's still, like, thinking about, like, Leon and, like, Cloud and stuff like that, how they could fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's just kind of, I don't know, so, just sometimes, it kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it kind of questions, I guess, but it again, like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, it's really not. It's only when it's blatant, like that scene I was talking about, Kingdom Hearts 3 with Mother Gothel, and it's just like, oh yeah, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It grinds my gears, people. It grinds my gears when Disney autopilot happens. And they're like, whatever. And because of Disney autopilot, things don't make sense. And you're like, what? But anyways, back to the thing. The thing is, there was a lot of things that I actually had to explain to my dad as he was playing, because he didn't fully see the movie. And he's like, what is that supposed to mean? What did they do? What is this? What is that? And I had to sort of sit there and explain it for the game and be like, well, in the movie, you know, this happened, and so they're doing this or whatever, but that's kind of besides the point. Hang on here, let me get a drink real quick. I don't know, it's fine, it's whatever. Anyways, okay, so, I don't know, it's, basically, the worlds, are pretty standard, like, they're pretty good, mostly, as far as the story goes, can't really complain. I would say my least favorite would be the Frozen world, as far as the story. Oh my god, jeez. Thank you. Okay, just because, it's not that it was bad, not by a long shot, but compared to what I thought it was gonna be, and also compared to some of these other worlds in this game, yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, it definitely feels a little less put together and a little less good, for lack of a better word, than some of the others, but it's still good. Yeah, it's just not great, but it's still good. I still enjoy it, and like Olaf and everything. I really like that movie, and I'm really excited for Frozen 2, to be honest. And that's kind of where I really think I'm more excited for, like, you know, the next game, or just maybe the game after that or something. Because I swear, like, if Frozen 2 turns out to be the movie I think it is, and it turns out to be like I think it is, then if that comes back as a world in the Kingdom Hearts, and it's the events of Frozen 2, oh, it's just gonna be epic if it turns out the way I think it is. But I don't know for you know, the movie's not out yet or anything, we don't know, but I'm just gonna save real quick. But yeah, just overall, like, it's just, like, I'm more excited for the thought of a Frozen 2 world than I really was for, the Frozen world, unfortunately. But, that's, you know, Frozen, whatever. As far as the favorite world goes, that's a lot harder for me. That is a lot harder for me. I can't, even now, it is, hard to decide, because they're all, they all have things about them, whether it's in the gameplay or in the story, that are just really, that you just, it's good, you know? Okay, I think we've been everywhere on this game. Let's go to Monsters, Inc. Honestly, it would be between Monsters, Toy Bot. See, I don't even know. I can't even do it. I can't even narrow it down. I can't. It's like choosing between your children. I don't know. It's whatever. But yeah, for various reasons, whether it's the gameplay, the story, or just my own sort of nostalgia or childhood coming into play, whatever the case, there's something, you will find something you like about, at least one thing you like about all these worlds, honestly, and that is something that is kind of, I really like that, and it's hard to say that about every KH game. Usually, there's always one world in a Kingdom Hearts game that I just kind of don't want to go to, you know? Or it's like that I really feel like, oh, I don't want to, deal with that or whatever. Or it's like I have to be in the mood for it or whatever. And with Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't really feel that, even though I would say Frozen is my least favorite from this game. I still never quite feel like I don't want to go to that world type of feeling. And that is cool. I really like that. Let's see, what else can I really say about this? I feel like I've been more vague instead of just being, when it comes to, instead of just explaining, what happened in the story. But I feel like, dude, let go, oh my gosh. Okay. But I feel like I don't need to do that, because I'm pretty sure that by now most everyone has experienced the game and they know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I just don't, yeah, it's fine. So I think I'm done with the story for the Disney worlds. I don't really, whatever. I'm gonna move on to the, where's a good place to start with the story, the main story here? Where to even begin? I guess I'll just get into, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 has no Final Fantasy characters. So, I'm going to tell you, when I first heard this news and saw it on Twitter and I saw that the voice actor for Cloud had mentioned that he was not called to do any work for Kingdom Hearts 3, and that his character wasn't going to be in it. I wasn't too upset. I kind of was like, well, you know, it's going to be a little different, but we'll just see how they do with it. Like, I kind of was in the mindset of, let's see what it's like before I judge it. It was kind of that kind of mindset. Like, I didn't want to get all up in arms and all upset about it right from the get-go without even really knowing the full story. Yeah, here you go. I know you were waiting for this. Have I taken a picture of that one yet? Hang on. I gotta check this out real quick. Okay, yes, I have. Okay, anyway, yeah, I didn't want to judge it straight off, the situation straight off, because I feel like it's not very good to, you know, to do that. So I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And with me, I was not into Final Fantasy growing up. I never really played any of the games. I didn't know the characters or anything. And when I played through, you know, playing the Kingdom Hearts series was basically my first time seeing these characters and experiencing them. Like, seeing Leon and, like, Yuffie and Cloud. When I was little and first played through this game, I sincerely thought that they were literally just original characters for Kingdom Hearts. Like, I am not seriously, like, like, I am not joking. I seriously just was like, oh, they're original characters. And so, when I heard the news, I wasn't too bummed, because I was just like, oh, I feel like, I was like, oh, in the mindset of Kingdom Hearts, yeah, Final Fantasy's a big deal, and it's the whole crossover between Disney and Final Fantasy and Square Enix, but you know, I was like, oh, kind of, I don't think I'll be missing it too much type of feeling, you know, because I was just like, well, yeah, you know. Oh God, I tried to get down. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I wasn't too upset. Now, having played the game and having experienced it, yeah, I wish there were Final Fantasy characters in here. And I kind of, after the fact, thinking about it, I thought it was really weird. I was like, why did I think it would be okay? I mean, even under the assumption that they're original characters and that, like, they're, like, imagine if they were original characters, like Leon and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like they had never been in Final Fantasy. They were nowhere else. They've only been in the Kingdom Hearts series. And then here comes Kingdom Hearts 3, and those characters are just not in there and they're not mentioned or anything. Yeah, like, thinking of it that way is kind of, that would be kind of messed up. Like, like if that were the case, like, I understand now why some people were so upset about it and they got so up in arms about it, because it's like, yeah, I don't know why I didn't get it at first. But yeah, I understand why they took them out, and the reasoning kind of is just because is kind of essentially because of everything else they had to do with this game. they had to bring all these other characters back. They had to have the final battle with Xehanort. They had to do all the in-game crazy shenanigans. They had a lot to try to do with this game, and I can appreciate that. And that's another reason of why when I first found out, I was okay with it, because I was like, oh, well, this game has to do, it's going to have to do so much other stuff to worry about with the story that it just can't fit them in. So yeah, and that's kind of the reasoning behind it. I really wish that they had been there. It feels like, because that's the whole thing. It was the partnership between Disney and Square Enix, you know, the crossover of Final Fantasy, and I'm just like, I don't know. I think it, and here's the thing, is I know they had to do a lot with this game, and I do really appreciate it, but I feel like it could have been fit, I feel like they could have fit Final Fantasy characters in it. Like, I'm not joking. They could have put them somewhere. It would have been fairly easy to do, make them something to do in the early game, or maybe in the middle. I mean, there's a lot of people who complain that Kingdom Hearts 3 has no middle, and the pacing sucks. So, you know, it's like, maybe you could have added that there. I don't know. I don't know. Just a thought. Just thinking out loud. Yeah, they could have had Final Fantasy characters, and it's kind of a shame that they weren't in there. That's kind of just the bottom line, what it comes down to. But I hope that, and I kind of can see that enough people sort of have brought this up and complained about it or mentioned it, and I think Square will sort of, I don't think it will happen again. Let me say that. Let me say that. I don't think it will happen again. I can only hope that from here on, that, yeah, they stay in the tradition of just having Final Fantasy characters within some of these worlds, like, you know. And now, I wasn't really gonna bring this up, but I'll just bring this up too, is that I have sort of decided to get into the Final Fantasy franchise a little bit, and I've sort of seen a little bit of Final Fantasy 9 to be specific, and now that I've sort of seen, at 15 as well, I've played 15. I'm not going to talk about 15 in this because whatever, but anyways, so I played them. I've seen some of the, I've seen some Final Fantasy characters now, and I know some of them, even that haven't been in the Kingdom Hearts series yet. And honestly, I'm just like, I want that feeling. I want to finally have that feeling of seeing a Final Fantasy character come into Kingdom Hearts for the first time, that I actually know who it is. You know? Like that reveal of Auron in, you know, in Kingdom Hearts 2, or that, you know, like Cloud, like what I want that feeling of like actually knowing who that is and knowing what the heck is going on. Like, I want that feeling. And I just, yeah, I want Leon and Yuffie to come back, and their stories are incomplete. You know, Sephiroth and Cloud, like their whole thing. And I want to see some new ones. I want to see Zidane from Final Fantasy 9. I want to see, I don't even care if he would do this or not, probably not, but I don't give a crap. I want to see Noctis from 15. Like, I want to see these characters. Like, I just want that feeling, and I've never been able to have that yet, because I always just thought they were original characters. And it's funny that even to this day, no Final Fantasy character that has appeared in this game, in these series, I have known none of them. Not Zack, not Cloud, Sephiroth, no one. I have not, no, none of them. So it's kind of a weird thing to think about, that I have not. No, it's not that. It's because I don't want to get into Final Fantasy 15 because that was a whole thing in of itself, and it's like separate from Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm just like, it has no bearing on it. I say that and then, you know, but whatever. I just don't want to really. Hey, there's a chest. Hello. Ah, that saves me time. See, okay, I'm glad. Oh my god. I don't think I got that one. Move! Hang on, I gotta get this. I don't think I ever got that one, because I don't remember it. And another chest. Hey! I don't... My god.
Let's see.
I'm having a crisis here. Hang on. Hang on. Ah! They won't move. Okay, No, I don't. Okay, whatever. I'll do it later. I don't care. I'll do it later. I hope to. You really should. It's pretty. Okay, so with the Final Fantasy, I'll just say this, is that I didn't want to get into it really because there was. I was kind of intimidated by it. There's a lot of different games, and some of them are connected to each other, and some of them aren't, and some of them are just their own games and their own stories, and it was just kind of a lot. Whoa. Oh, it's one of... Okay, hello, sir. I didn't expect to see you here.
The fire has been
okay. Alright. Anyway, I'm gonna say this. I've noticed this about this world. I think the Monsters Inc. world has the least amount of NPCs around, from compared to the other worlds. I've sort of just noticed that. Little side note there. Anyway, so yeah, like, I was intimidated by the series, and I was just kind of like, I was content with just seeing them in Kingdom Hearts, and I don't know, I just didn't want to really mess with it. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna say I haven't even seen the end of it yet. I don't know how it ends, but I have really come to enjoy Final Fantasy 9, and I want to play it for myself, for sure. So yeah, it's like knowing, actually getting into the series a little bit more, and sort of, yeah, it's like I wish this game had Final Fantasy characters in it wholeheartedly. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is now. And like I said, we can only hope that in the future that they don't do this type of thing, and that it doesn't happen again. I don't know. I think they've gotten the message by now for sure, though, that yeah, people were not too thrilled about that situation. So yeah, so there's that. There's my Final Fantasy thing. Let's just... Okay, so let's go on here. So just talking about some of the characters, and how they're portrayed in this game particularly. I have a little bit of an issue with Sora. I just look, okay, in Kingdom Hearts 1, he was great, he was fine, like, there was nothing wrong with him. And it's like, as the series has progressed, I don't know what it is. They've just made him just feel more like he's growing up, and it doesn't feel like that. It's like he's getting older, and it just doesn't feel like that. You know? It's like, I don't know, it's fine. I like that he's happy-go-lucky, and I like that he's got a lot of light in his heart, so he's a happy, good person. Like,
You know, we have you guys to thank for saving the company.
like that is fine by me. I don't care about that. Like I'm glad that he has that, and I'm glad that he sees the good in everyone, and this and that. But like, it's just, I don't know why. I don't know what or why. But
I think that's a lucky emblem.
Oh, well, I can get it from up here.
See.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, Donald and Goofy, why didn't you even say anything? Like, it's all about that ingredients. Anyway, yeah, like, he's just, I don't know. Like, I think it's in Dream Drop Distance and, here in Kingdom Hearts 3, more so than any other of the games, is that he's so childish sometimes, and it's like, he just shrugs things off. He's like, whatever, power of waking, who needs it, blah blah blah, and it's not like he's like, who needs it, it's not like he's like that, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I haven't done this one yet, I'll do, but anyway, yeah, he's just how he is, that's just how he is, and I agree, he has no sense of urgency of like, hey, we need to do this and get this done, and whoa, oh my gosh, I might die right here, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's like, he doesn't have much of a sense of urgency, and it's only, basically, the thing is too, the other characters treat him like he's a kid, you know, they're like, no, you can't go into the, realm of darkness, you can't do that yet, and it's like, he's constantly just getting put down every time he does want to do something, and every time he does want to try to help, so I guess you could say it's not for lack of trying, really, but it's like, just, I don't know, it's like half the time he's just like, oh, look at this new world, I wonder why we're here, and it's, I don't know, it's I just wish I wish that, especially him, focused more at the task at hand, and would bring it up more often. Even if he can't do anything about it, he should, like, I still want to see him struggle with it, and I still want to, like, yeah, I want to see his sort of internal struggle of, oh, I can't do this, or whatever, because to me, that is more interesting. Like, even if you can't do anything about it, to me, that, the kind of coming to terms with that, or kind of realizing that, is more interesting to me than, like, than nothing. Because that's basically what I think we get sometimes, because sometimes he just won't even mention the task at hand. It's like, oh, why are we in this Disney World? Oh, I don't know, we're gonna have some fun. Like, he just kind of sits there, and he waits. He sits there, he's like, what I mean by that is, like, he sits there and he waits for the plot for the Disney World to kick in, is what I mean. He kind of is just like, I don't know what we're doing here, let's just wait and find out. That's what I mean. But yeah, so there's that.
You know, we have you guys to thank for saving the company.
Yes, I know,
Couldn't
Sully.
ask for better
I was
friends.
there. I was there. So anyway, there's that. I think he's one of the biggest. Yeah, I say one of the biggest. Yeah, he's one of the biggest as far as the characters that I have a little bit of a problem with, as far as how they were portrayed in this game. But most of them were pretty darn good. I really love the interactions, though, that Sora, Donald, and Goofy had, and certain, yeah, just you know, most of the characters were great and fine. I'm not going to talk about Kairi in this video, in this stream, just because she's getting her own video, all to her little self. I'm going to make a video about her later. And the reason is, I'll just sort of go into that a little. It's just because I want to get my feelings out about the whole Kairi situation, but I don't know. I want to do that one in a video because I just don't want to talk about it here, and because like it's I want to move on to other things basically, and it's like she like just talking about her will be like more than I want to really get into. Hang on, let's see if I got any new abilities. Must be Donald or Goofy that does. Someone's got new. Oh no, it's probably Mike and. Yeah. Okay, that's where it's coming from. Okay, never mind. All right, what next here? What next? Okay, the writing. Yeah. I thought the overall writing in this game was really good. The dialogue, like I said, in between, like Sora, Donald, and Goofy. I'ma just say it, like, right here in this game is, like, the best that they've been in the series. Like, to me. In Kingdom Hearts 1, it was fine. It was, like, it was the two of them, the two of them. It was the three of them sort of meeting and trying to learn how to get along and sort of just kind of learn about each other. Like, you know, they're strangers and all this. Just becoming friends. So the relationship there was totally understandable of how that progressed. And by Kingdom Hearts 2, I felt it was just kind of stagnant. It was just kind of like, yeah, they're friends. They're best buddies. Like why wouldn't they be? It was kind of that situation of just like, yeah, this is how they are. Like all, I don't really know how to explain it. It was just, you know, it was just them being them type thing in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not gonna, yeah, that's the other thing with the Kairi video. I also just want to address some things within the community, like, more than anything, so it's just gonna be its own thing to get off my chest. Ooh, we're getting through it. We're almost done here, people. I'm sorry if I'm kind of rushing or kind of going through this. I was gonna say this earlier because I had a feeling I would do this. It's just kind of like go through it. I don't know, but because I had already recorded, I pretty much knew a lot of things I wanted to say, and for 2, I just kind of want to get this done, and have it done, so it's kind of like, part of me is really taking my time on certain subjects, and then part of me is like, just rushing through, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, right, the writing. Hold on, let me get a drink. Okay. So yeah, I really like the dialogue through this game. Sora, Donald, and Goofy, like, they're at their best. I love the little side things. The thing about Kingdom Hearts 3 that they added that none of the other games have really had is talking as they walk sort of thing. As you just sort of, even as you fight Heartless and stuff, at certain stages within the story, they will just have dialogue, and it is so just natural, and besides the whole, oh, there's some ingredients here, or like the Lucky Emblem stuff, everything else is just so natural and just organic. Like, I love it. It just feels so right. And I really hope that continues from the series. It continues within the series, because I always felt that I wanted that kind of thing with this series. After playing like The Last of Us, Life is Strange, like some of these games where they do talk and walk and have dialogue as the gameplay's going, and it's not just a cutscene. Ever since playing more games like that, I've always sort of been like, yes, I want that with the Kingdom Hearts series. And we finally did get that, and I want it to stay and continue. So yeah, there's that. And just again, I'll say this game had to deal with a lot of stuff. A lot of characters had to come back and get their endings, both bad guys and good guys. It all sort of had to melt, it all just sort of had to come together here for Kingdom Hearts 3. And so for the writing, Nomura, everyone, they just sort of had to really pull out the stops. They had to really, and with the when it comes to the like lore stuff, they really had to, you know, I can't imagine it's easy to write the lore for this game, for this series. Like, honestly, I'm sure half the time Nomura is sitting there looking at the like you know, the, what would you call it, the scripts from the other games, just like, okay, what happened here? Or, you know, and like trying to meld everything together and make everything make sense together. So, yeah, I don't envy the writers for this series, because they have a lot to sort of, they have a lot to deal with, so, with that in mind, they really, they did what they could, and it's like, it just feels like a standard Kingdom Hearts game. It feels like a numbered title should when it comes to the story. You know, that magic really is there that the numbered titles seem to have. It doesn't make the other non-numbered titles any less important or less good, but it's like, wow, it's like, there's something about that number, and it just, you pull out the stops, you know, they really do, and I can't deny that, so it's really, oh, hang on. Yeah, like they really have a lot that they had to deal with this game. So for what they did, they did wonders. They did great. Like I'll just say that. Yeah. So next, sort of going into the pacing of this game, I thought the pacing was fine. Like I mentioned earlier, there's some people who are like, oh, it doesn't have a middle. And I think there's just sort of this need for that ever since Kingdom Hearts 2, with the whole epic sort of middle piece it had there with the Final Fantasy characters and Hollow Bastion. I don't know. It's like, I do really like that segment in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's pretty epic. Like, it's so cool. But then you have to just go and do the Disney Worlds again, and it's like no, that should have just went straight to the end game. Like, honestly, that should be considered beginning to the end game stuff. And because of that, it's like, I don't know, Kingdom Hearts 3, it comes in, it's like, hey, here are the worlds, they're super big, go explore them, have fun, enjoy the story, and then get out of here. That's kind of how it is. Like, move on to the next one. They don't, it's like Kingdom Hearts 1, it's like, no second visits, it's like you're just there. Like, you just go there, and you do what you need to do, and then you leave. You can go back whenever you want to grind and do, like I am. You can go wherever you want, but it's like, for the story purposes, you don't have to go back there. I don't understand what happened with Kingdom Hearts 2. That was this thing, I mean, to be fair, I think they're just trying it out, you know. You can't really blame a game company for trying new mechanics or new things. But, like, the whole system of going back, the double trips, I don't really understand why they felt the need to do that, and why that became a thing. I mean, was it because they thought putting it together, like, both trips, how do I put this? Like, if they put both trips into just one trip, and they just put them all together, did they think that would be, did they think that would feel less? Or that it would feel small? Did they want people to, I don't really get the full extent of why that, they decided to try that. Other than, yeah, they just wanted to try something new with that. And it went over really well. A lot of people just can't get freaking Kingdom Hearts 2 out of their heads. But that's a discussion for another thing, whatever. But, so, as far as this pacing, I really like it. Yeah, it doesn't mess around. It's like, here's the worlds, you go to the worlds, and then it's like, yeah, you're just gonna go, and you're just gonna do the stories, and then you're, you know, and once you get to the end game, it's just like, once you save Aqua, it's just all end game from there, and I like it. It feels, I don't know, it has a real epic feel to the ending, because it's quite a long ending, like, because you go to the, you know, you do the fake ending, you, like, you know, where they all die, and then he has to bring them back, and blah, 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 and, I'll get more into the end game, like what, how the ending was in a minute, but just, on the subject of pacing, it was just fine. Like, I saw nothing wrong with it, and I was surprised when people, can I actually jump from this high? Oh my god. I probably, oh no, I can't. Oh, okay. Prove me wrong, Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay. I really thought it was gonna let me. But anywho, like, yeah, it just felt fine. Like, there was nothing, I can't complain about it at all. I really can't. Because at the end of the day, it came in, it did what it needed to do in its base sort of form, and that, what it is in its base form is fine. Like, honestly. Alright, so, to get to the ending portion of the story and the whole conclusion to the Xehanort Saga. Wait. Is that where I want to be? No. Okay, there we go. I really enjoyed it, and so this I like this game. It pulls some punches. It gets really emotional towards the ending, and I just love that. Like it really does, and it's not like the other games don't, because of course they have their emotional moments, but this was just like on another level.
What just happened here?
Yeah, for sure, Goofy, for sure. Really has. But yeah, it's like, there's so many epic things that happen. First, you go and you have to save Aqua, okay, in the Dark Realm, and the whole thing is just epic as heck. Like Riku, he's there. He's trying to fight, and he's having a tough time, and you know, he's like, oh man, Sora, and Sora comes in, and he's just like, bam, you know, he's just like, I don't know how to, I don't know, it's just like that moment was so epic. I just can't get over it. Sora just dropping in and just being like, sorry I took so long. I'm just like, wow.
Sure are a lot of walls.
Well, yeah, guys, that's a lot of. Are we really talking about walls? Okay. That's fine. Live your lives, whatever. Anywho, yeah. So it's that alone was just so epic. And then you play as Aqua and you fight Vanitas, and that felt so good. That was so cool. Yo, this is still here. I forgot that was still there. I don't know if you saw that, and I don't even remember if you saw that in Master Ventus, if you saw that in your live stream or not, but I completely forgot that was there already, if you had already. Anywho, yeah, it's just like you know, it's just like the ending was just so amazing and so epic. I was like, you know, it's just so cool. Like, oh man, and then the whole thing with the Union Cross. Like, I can't. First of all, there's this whole thing with Union Cross. For those of you who don't know, there's a competition to try and get your name into Kingdom Hearts 3 through Union Cross. You could do that, and they use the names in the game, in section there. That was all Union Cross player names, and that is just so cool to me that they really did that, and that they were like, yeah. They, you know, because they didn't have to do that, and they did, and I just really appreciate that. It was just super cool. And then they, you know, they have was the Union Cross moment before or after they did the fake death? It was after. Okay, oops. So, okay, even before that, you know, they go in there to fight, and then they all just die, basically. They just die. Light extinguishes, and, like, they just die, man. And, yes, we know, Donald. But yeah, and you just go there, and, like, you know, you go to the final world, you have to piece yourself together, and you have to save everyone else's hearts and bring them back. I just really liked that whole section. My dad really didn't. And I know that some others don't, and it just kind of draws out for them, and they really don't like fighting the Heartless. But it's like, I really liked that section, and yeah, it was after. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I just really enjoyed. Just there's so many cool things that happened in this end, in this ending. There's so many crazy things. But I will say that this, like the story, even before the ending, like it had me tear up, like before it even got towards the end, and that is, well, that scene was basically when Lee is talking to Kairi, and she says don't hold back, you know, and then he sees like Xion for a quick second, and then yeah, he basically drops the ice cream and he tears up and everything, starts crying. Like, that is the first moment in this game that tore me up a bit, and then it's just, yeah, the whole ending, like the Kairi, just like the Sea Salt trio getting reunited. That was so epic, and it's so sweet, such a sweet moment, and you know, just everyone was just getting reunited at the end, and it was so good to see. It felt so good to actually see the Wayfinder trio and everyone just getting their happy endings. Like I can never really complain about that, honestly. Yeah, and the whole, just, it really, I actually did cry when Sora just disappeared, like, after saving Kairi at the end credits, you know? Like, they're playing, Don't Think Twice, and just, I just love that scene, like, he really paid the price. That's the thing, like, that I forgive what Sora's urgency issue and his, like, sort of childish ways sometimes through the game, but that the ending, he really pays the price to save Kairi, and I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, it's just, yeah, the whole thing, the whole ending has a type of way to you, and I really, like, I know some people are mad we didn't get one-on-one battles with, like, you know, the organization members and all that, but I really like the way it did it, because for one, we've fought these characters before, of course, and for two, like, with all these new things, yeah, to make it harder, we need them to gang up on us, and it's a war, it's the key, you know, it's the end, light versus dark, like, you think they're gonna fight fair? I don't know, it just makes so much sense to have them gang up on that, and I love the combinations that they had to, like Marluxia and Lartine fighting together, and just like, Xion and Sayax, there we go. Yeah, just the different, I don't know, it was just a really good section, it was really good, I liked those fights and everything, I don't know, the ending, it just felt so good, and it felt like what we'd been waiting for, with Kingdom Hearts 3 for, so long, and so that was really good, you know? That was really needed that. Let's see, what else? Well, I guess just we'll get into the epilogue now. that epilogue was insane. Like, the whole thing with Zigbar, like, it was such a good reveal. It felt so good. Everyone's like, oh, jeez. Everyone's like, oh, Zigbar's the master. Nope. Like, I don't know. It was just so cool. It was, and now, that's the thing. If nothing else, Kingdom Hearts 3 has gotten me so excited and so ready for the next game and for the next saga and for what happens next, you know, for the series, what comes next. I just can't even wait to find out and to see. Yeah, best plot twist hands down for sure. It was really great. It was really great. Whew, well, I'm basically, almost done there. Gosh, been streaming for a while now. We are almost done. Just a few more quick little things. So the gummy ships in this game have been really improved a lot, which is great. And I just love it. I would go on a gummy ship mission right now if I wasn't in the middle of this. But anyways, yeah, it's really they really improved it, and I really like it. And I haven't even I haven't even experienced that much of it to really like go in depth about like what exactly, like, you know, to really talk about it like extensively, but just of what I, you know, have experienced, both in the building of the gummy ships and in the gummy ship missions themselves. It is really cool the way they the changes they've made to it, and it's a whole revamp. It's like completely different, and that I just can't, like, I did not really expect them to change it so much. But yeah, it's just yeah, it's just really I really like what they changed there for sure. See what else. Music. So the music in this game is just it's incredible. I don't really know another way to sort of explain this. Because it's just okay, so in this game we get some remixes of some songs from other games in the series, some like really popular ones, and then we get we get new songs, some new world songs, and some new songs, some new music. And I just love, I love the, like, I love all the new ones, really. They're just great, honestly. If I had, like, one sort of thing that I would say, is I would say I wish that they had composed a few more original new songs rather than the remixes. I like the remixes, and I'm glad they're here, but maybe a couple of them switch out for completely new songs and some more. I don't know. It's just like, despite it comes down to just me wanting to hear more of the composer and just more of the music for this game. And wow, I don't think I ever really noticed how big Kingdom Hearts is from here. Jesus. Okay, yeah, I just feel like I loved all the music, but it's just like, it comes down to like, more. I want more. You know, it's like that thing. It's like, I always, you know, it's like, I love the remixes, but it's like, ooh, if she could have made even more new music, I would totally have been down for that. Like, but at any rate, it's just the Kingdom Hearts series has like always had amazing music. That is no surprise or anything. Like, there's really nothing new to say about that because everyone who knows the series, it's just like, yeah, it has some great music, some of the best video game music, you know? Well, I guess the last thing I'll talk about before the sort of concluding thing, wrapping up here, is just the difficulty, the overall difficulty of this game. Of course, you have just like the things, it's like beginner, standard, or proud, or whatever. Like I said earlier, I played on beginner first because I didn't know what to expect, and I was just like, well, we're just gonna, you know, I didn't want any issues, and I just didn't know what to expect from the game, you know, brand new game. But okay, I'm looking for a save point, and I guess it's up here. Anyway, I guess I just didn't really know what to expect with the difficulty, you know. And a lot of people have complained about it. It's just like, it's not challenging enough, it's not difficult enough, whatever. I don't really see that. I don't. Like, I don't know, like, to a point I do, like, yes, it is not as hard as you would probably think it would be, but it's not, I don't know, it doesn't bother me that much, it really doesn't. The thing that is weird about it is, okay, you have the different things, you have beginner, standard, whatever, you know, all of that, and it's like, I understand the need for there to be an easy mode for the younger kids, because there are younger fans of the series, and like it or not, a lot of little kids got this game and have been playing this game, and for some, this is like their first Kingdom Hearts game. Like it or not, there's no stopping the fact that this is some people's first Kingdom Hearts game that they've ever played. I'd like,
Come on, fellas.
yeah, I just really like, wait, what am I getting? Oh, yeah, the difficulty. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because they're talking. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's not as difficult as it could be, but I don't know, like, it's fine. And I personally, now at this point, I'm trying to talk as if this is like you know, just a base game, you know, base game stuff. But the fact of the matter is that Critical Mode has come out at this point. I have yet to play it yet for myself, to be honest, because I'm kind of actually saving it for a reason, and I really didn't feel any need to start a new, like a new file when I already have. I've already been trying to 100% this game here on this file on Proud Mode. It's like I'm not gonna go ahead and start a Critical Mode to try and do all that over again, because I've already done quite a bit to get it to 100%. Like, I haven't finished 100%ing it yet, but I've done quite a bit of stuff to where I'm not about to try and start that over. Anywho, but yes, I've heard great things about it, and that it is much more of a challenge, and it's what it, you know, what it should be and everything. So it's, you can say it's been remedied and like that it's fine, and it's like, yeah, if you want difficulty, there you have it. So there you go. Like, I don't really, like, it's fine. Again, like, even if a game is too easy or whatever, like, that's never really a huge deal to me. I always kind of say I'd rather it be too easy than too hard. In certain circumstances, like, I'm not looking to play Dark Souls or any kind of crazy, you know, hoopla going on.
They got lots of cargo to sort out.
Well, sure they do, Goofy. But, anyways, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't care about that, all that much. Some enemies. Yeah, I know. I've definitely seen some stuff on Critical. I just haven't really played it for myself yet because, well, what I said earlier. But so yeah, you know, it's base game in a sense. Yeah, it's not all that challenging, but you know, honestly, where the other games, I mean, okay, Kingdom Hearts 1, yes. But some of the other games just, no. At their base game, they weren't. Well, there is some other stuff I could talk about, but I think, because, unfortunately, I am in the mindset of I want to just be done. At this point, I'm sorry, you guys. I will eventually make a video of like sort of what has gone on and whatever. But anyways, with this whole review situation and like why it's taken so long and all this. I mean, I went over, you know, some of it earlier when I started the stream, but I mean, you know what I mean. Anywho, so yeah, there's some other things I could definitely tap on and talk about, but for the sake of trying to finish this out without being 4 hours long, I'll just sort of do my, you know, the little closing thing here, and be done with, this review. Overall, I really did love this game, and it has become my favorite in the series, and, you know, like, before it was Kingdom Hearts 2, but, this is just really, it's wormed its way into my heart. No doubt, it's just it really it has. I don't even know how to describe it. It just has this feeling to it that I just really love, and I can only imagine like how my younger self would have been just playing this and just enjoying this game, just like I did with Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I freaked out with that game so much and just play it like so much and loved it. It was just ridiculous, and and it's like, this would have been 10 times worse. It really would have been 10 times worse. Yeah, there's something about the number titles. They just they have this way about them for sure, and it's really great to see. And it feels like it's been just so long since we've had a numbered title that it's like I don't know, like the whole Kingdom Hearts 3 phenomenon of so many people waiting for it and wanting it, and it will never happen again. Like, it really won't with this series. Just this sort of this experience that the community has had, that the development that this game went through. Like, it won't, the next game, it just won't be, it will be different. It will be its own thing. And, and that's just great. I'm totally gonna make a video of like the future of Kingdom Hearts 3 and going more in depth of what the epilogue and the secret movie, like what it means for the future and blah blah blah. But yeah, for the sake of trying to keep this under 4 hours type thing, I'm gonna just make that its own separate video. Basically, yeah, this game in a nutshell is just a really beautiful just piece of work that just, you can see the love that went into it. I know so many people are just like, oh, alright, Hero. But yeah, it's just like the people, it's really unfortunate how many people are like, oh no, this game was rushed, it was like it was, like, people, like they didn't, they just, like, they didn't put that much hard work into it, they just, like, shoved it out the door type thing, it's unfinished, this and that type of thing, like, these type of, like, comments and stuff. It's just like, it's really unfortunate to see, because any video game takes a lot of hard work to make, like it or not, even if it's a stupid little, like, nothing video game, like, it's still not easy to make. And people who don't make it, they just don't really see that or understand that, because all they ever see is the end product. But, like, if you look, you can see the hard work and the love that went into this game, like, full stop. Like, it's not hard to see, and it's not even like they're playing it safe either. It's just like, they added a whole bunch of new things, they're trying out new things, they brought back some favorite things, of people's, and yeah, it's, it's just like, it's not even, it's like, it's not fair to sort of say that about this game, because when you really look at it and the size of these worlds and the different things that this game has all the mini games, everything, you know, everything it has. You can't really say that this game, like, didn't get a lot of work put into it, or a lot of love put into it. And it's, I just hate to see the situation of the hate that this game has gotten. And again, I'll tap more on this in a different video, because whatever, but it is just unfortunate. And this game, of course it has flaws. Yes, I know, Hero. Okay, no. It has its flaws, but any game does. Not, like, in and outside of the Kingdom Hearts series, there are flaws in the games. Like, there's really no getting around that. Like, honestly, there's no getting around that, so, I just appreciate this game for what it is, and the fact that it just, the hard work that Nomura and the team put into it, and everything, and I just really appreciate it. And again, if nothing else, this game has made me excited for, you know, the next game, the next entry into the series. Well, hang on. Hey, what happens next, you know? What is next for the Kingdom Hearts series? And that, it's an exciting feeling to know, like, to have no idea what's gonna happen next, and to just not to know. And I don't know, this game has done, this game's really shown me, like, why the Kingdom Hearts series is my favorite series. Like, that is the best way to sort of describe it. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's going to do it for my Kingdom Hearts 3 review and discussion. I know, like I said a little bit ago, that there are things that I could have tapped on that I kind of didn't. And I know that there are things that I went on way too long about. But this is sort of just, you know, my base thing. Other things, you know, I will talk about more when I actually do a let's play of this game, you know, because the thing is, I wanted to play through the whole series before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, but now that I didn't, I'm kind of glad, because it kind of works out, because now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, if I play the whole game, like if I play through the series, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired now, so I'm just saying random things. But anyways, if I play through the whole series, like, you know, like, knowing what I know now from Kingdom Hearts 3, it could be a very interesting thing to sort of see for some of the cutscenes and some of the different things that happen. So I think it's actually worth it to play through the whole series now that Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. And yeah, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do it prior, because yeah. So it'll be kind of cool to just sort of do that. So do look out for that, everyone, because I will eventually, once I get back on track here. Of course, Donald, of course. But yeah, once I get back on track with these videos on my channel, and sort of get some of these videos out that I've been wanting to make for a while, I do want to start streaming more and hopefully do the Kingdom Hearts series and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. Yes, and yeah, and that's another thing, trying to sort of rush this review out, unfortunately, because at this point, like I said earlier, D23, no, E3 is happening soon, and here in a few days, and we could get some of the DLC information and all of that. So I really wanted to get this done today, and get this done soon, unfortunately. So I apologize for it being rushed or for it being like unscripted and like I'm all over the place, but yeah, so there we go. That's my review and discussion for Kingdom Hearts 3, and thank you guys for coming out to the stream and watching, you know, and talking with Kingdom Hearts 3 with me a little bit. Sorry I didn't pay too much attention to the chat this time because I just kind of, you know, I had the pinpoints that I wanted to tackle, and it was just kind of like, yeah, that's, yeah, you know, like that's what I was, you know, I just wanted to sort of get through it, unfortunately. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. If I can stop, there we go.